Good morning, everyone. It's Burgess. Today, I want to paint a landscape that's based on a scene that I glimpsed on television several years ago. I didn't take a sketch of it, but I remember vaguely what it was. It may not be exact, which is fine, which is a good thing, but I'm going to try and sort of recreate it using the Hake Brush and some watercolor. So I'm wetting down the paper here, and what I'm going to do is take some ultramarine blue and I'm going to paint the sky with that, like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Payne's Grey and put that in there as well. This is Cotman's Payne's Grey, which is really nice actually, amazing. Wow, I love it. You can always sort of dial some back here like that and squiggle the brush about just to get a few sort of cloud patterns going here like this. Love this Payne's Grey, it's amazing. Wow. There. And now what I want to do is I want to let this dry. So I'm going to turn the camera off and dry it off. Okay, that's dry now. So now that it's dry, what I will do is I'm going to take the same mixture of Payne's Grey and a bit more blue into that, ultramarine blue, and I'm going to put some distant mountains right here. So they sort of push them right back like that. And we can go all the way across here, but I don't mind if it's not distinct, because I want to do something else with it in a minute. I want to add something else. So we've got that here like this. And now what I want to do is I want to take some burnt umber, squeeze that out, some burnt umber, and I want to mix that with ultramarine blue, maybe a bit of Payne's Grey as well, and I want to put a sort of a mountain across here. We can go in with a bit of Payne's Grey and just to drop them in. Just going to let it sit there for a bit, and using the same mix of maybe Payne's Grey and ultramarine blue, a bit more Payne's Grey. I love this Payne's Grey, it's very nice. What I'm going to do is think we need a little bit more blue, so I'm going to squeeze out a little bit more blue. And now we're going to use some burnt sienna. Sorry, that was burnt sienna. I apologize, it was burnt sienna. Now I'm going to use burnt umber. Sorry, all that was burnt sienna, I didn't realize. Now with the card, I'm going to do a little bit of scraping here. That's about it. And now I'm going to scrape upwards like that. Oops! Oh, I'm leaving fingerprints. It's okay. They look like a brick here. There. And we go back in with ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. We just put pure ultramarine blue in now, just to darken the shadows under those bricks in the foreground, plus between the blades of grass that we've drawn in. Oops, more water there, a little bit, teensy bit more water. Always add more water to the hake if you need to, but you might find that you don't want to overdo it, and you'll be drenched with water that you cannot control. So a little bit like that, like this, like that. And now what I want to do is take my rigger. Hopefully this is not going to be a long painting. Take my rigger and take some ultramarine blue, some burnt sienna, a bit more Payne's grey, everything really, everything, just make it dark. And this is I don't remember what the picture was, the actual scene, but it was something like this, and I was caught by the trees I'm about to put in now. Now let's put a tree along this way, like that. A bit more water, I think, just in case we can't get it. With the rigger, you need more water. Okay. And there was one, I think, vaguely going off to the side here. I sort of remember it going off to the side here like that. A bit more water in that one, I think. Like this. And they were joined together vaguely. This is all very vague, so I don't know whether I'm getting it right. Like that. And then there was a third one sort of going off to the side, like that. Let's make that come forward a little bit like that. I'm grabbing everything here, so all the colors I've got. I've changed the way I'm using my palette now. If you saw a previous video, I'll put a link up to that. That I released earlier this week, last week rather. What I did was I had a really messy palette, and what I decided to do was to clean it up. But rather than just washing everything down the sink or using a damp tissue to wipe things off, what I did was I used the leftover paint in the palette to create a picture. So, forgot what I was going to say now, but yeah, so as a result of that, my palette was cleaner, so I decided to use it slightly differently before I'd have everything sort of laid out beforehand, all the colors that I might use, and the operative word is might, and a lot of the time I didn't use them at all. So it was all sort of getting messy, and I was unable to sort of manage using it really well. I lost the space, the area to mixing area, because it was just all covered in paint splashes and smears and whatever. It was all there, and I thought, no, this is no use. It's actually making it very difficult for me. So what I'm going to do is carry on doing this. Now, while it's still wet, I'm going to try and take this and try and scrape off some of the and along here and along here too. Along there too. So we just carry on putting some of the sort of branches in, and I'm going to go in with a pen as well. That might help. And now what I'm going to do is take a pen and put a bit more line work in, just a bit of extra. I'm going to let that dry. Right, and we're back, and I'm going to put some highlights along the way here, a bit of extra, just to add something to it, using a gel pen. Well, it's not a gel pen, it's one of those micro pens from, what brand is this? It's, can't find it. Okay, I'll leave a description. I'll leave it in the description. Oh, and we can put a bit more highlights in here. Now that's dry, so I'm just gonna, oh, I know, I have an idea. Take a bit of tissue, dampen it, and see what happens. Okay, let it dry. Oops. Let it dry. Just to blend it off to the edges here. And then take that, because I want it to look like it's water, so one more little bit here I want to do is to And then with the highlighter, I want to add the wrong side. I did the wrong side. If you enjoyed this video, would you consider giving it a thumbs up, please? I'd really appreciate that. It helps with the algorithm. And of course, do consider subscribing if you enjoyed that video. Oh, that thing is gone. Okay, let's put that in again. Go to the a bit of mixed media here, sort of, anyway. So, and let's just put our signature birds in, which I like a lot. Oops, put it here. A bird in there like that. Like that. So here we are, our quick sort of landscape from a still that I saw on TV, from a movie. I don't know whether it was a movie or a TV program, or travel show. I don't know. I don't remember. But I do hope you enjoyed that, and do consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. I'll put a link to the playlists and other videos that I've created using the Hake Brush. So do click on them if they come up here and have a look. And please do consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.